Hi, it's John Flynn with Copley Advertising. Today we're going to talk about Toys R Us and hourly workers. Toys R Us and hourly wage workers. Well, Toys R Us is gone. We lost Toys R Us. Jeffrey the giraffe is left the building. And I'm not surprised. Are you really surprised? Have you been in a Toys R Us lately? It is sad. It was depressing. But there were some things, obviously, that were weird than what's going on now. There's not as things meet the eye as much. I've been reading a lot of smart people on the internet. So what I do is I read and then say their ideas and pretend they're mine and I look smart. No, it's their ideas. I'm sorry. So I'm going to use other people's ideas. So, obviously, retail's in a little bit of trouble right now, but maybe not for the reasons that people think. B is that a lot of vendors are giving them a tremendous amount of loans in order. Mattel gave them like just an incredible amount of money, I guess, to hold them up. Was it theory? 3 is their land holdings. People talk about their land holdings. I'm not sure if they lease that land or own that land, or their locations are so wonderful. I don't think their locations are as wonderful as anybody else's locations. Everybody has spotters for their locations. Their locations are okay, but I mean, nothing like, I don't know. So, and what does this all mean? Well, obviously retail is taking on the chin, but part of it is Amazon 2-day shipping, which is going along to. But there's another reason too. I think what's happening is that as a society, we see is that we're breaking into 2 distinct classes now, poor and rich. The middle class is kind of like, not had a lot of progress in the last few years. So now, we're kind of like, we are where we are. So stores that kind of like geared towards the middle class, like Toys R Us had items, $25, a couple $100, whatever, are having problems because really, really rich people are not going to Toys R Us. Okay, it's gross, not going in there. And poor people aren't going to necessarily go in there because the prices are pretty high and they'd rather go someplace else and find, something cheaper, Neither sector really is online in a sense. They're really driven by either premium brands or discount brands. So Toys R Us fell in that horrible middle ground that, it was hard for people to attract, or the people they attracted were shrinking. You would think it was really good. Who wants to wait 2 days for a toy for their kid? You just walk in and get it. It's a birthday and you give it to them. So, on one hand, they shot themselves in the foot in a lot of ways, but on the other hand, I think the reasons of their decline is not a blanket retail decline. I'm not even I think there is a retail decline, but I think the smart retailers are now breaking themselves into 2 categories. One is that they're going to ramping themselves up to do ridiculous service, and B, just total slash and burn retailers, discount retailers. So what's this mean for hourly workers? Well, hourly workers are going to be even more in high demand because somebody has to perform all these premium services, and that's hourly workers. So you look at the Walmart model. Walmart's brilliant in the sense that they have the discount model of people coming in and discounting, their prices. So, and B, now they're ramping up their groceries to go, so they need a tremendous amount of hourly workers to come, and then you either come to the curb and someone hands you the groceries, or they bring the groceries to your home, and all this stuff. Obviously Amazon has a big stake in all that stuff too. But for Walmart to double dip on both sides of the world, gives Amazon a run for its money, because you do have the extra capability of getting it right now. If you can get a premium service right now, then that's really important, as long as there's any kind of discount item. So, I think that's going to make an explosion, because I think every sector, is going to have to provide better and more premium services if they want to get the premium buyers to spend the money. Okay, and either your other choice is that you have to just slash and burn and get discount prices, and that means just getting your cost down as much as humanly possible. But I think that's really hard to do. That's really hard to do. because you're going to have some overhead, and then every time you sneeze, it's a little more. So I mean, that's going to have to pick up. So I think people will be more looking at the premium end of stuff. That's going to affect hourly workers, and I think Toys R Us did get, because they had a tremendous amount of debt, but I think the other side angle of this is that they were speaking to an audience that may no longer exist. John Floyd, Copley Advertising, give me 1 month. 1 month of my mobile marketing campaign, and I will fix it.